it's Miss Betsy, and I'm here in my kitchen, and I wanted to take a minute and show you one of the things we've been doing this summer. We're taking advantage of the fact that we're home. We're home a lot more than we've ever been home, and there's some really fun things you can do when you're kind of stuck at home. And one of the things we wanted to do was try our hand at raising monarch caterpillars and letting them form into butterflies and then releasing them. So my family and I watched a lot of YouTube videos and did a little reading and research so that we could learn all that we could about doing this and hopefully find some success at it. And we've been successful. In fact, today I went out to go get some milkweed leaves for a couple of little caterpillars that are eating like crazy. And I was in a bit of a hurry and I just grabbed the whole stalk and brought it home, and lo and behold, we have more eggs. So I wasn't expecting to raise a couple more, but now that we have them, we certainly will. And I wanted to show you what's happening in my kitchen. So hang on, I'm going to turn this around so you can see. All right, here we have my kitchen. And in my kitchen, I have brought home the milkweed plant. Here it is in this cup. And in doing so, my intention was to pluck off a leaf and give it to a couple of caterpillars because they're hungry. And when I brought this home, my son said, "Oh, Mom, there's a couple more eggs on here." And sure enough, there was. So right here is an egg. Can you see it? It's super small. There's one. And actually, there's another one on this leaf. Right there. Let me see if I can make you see this a little better. There we go. And then there's actually another one here on this leaf too. Let's see. Right about there. See how small it is? It's smaller than my fingertip. So in there, the monarch butterfly, laid some eggs. And there they are. And they are translucent. You can kind of see through them. They have ridges on them. We actually got magnifying glass out to kind of get a closer look. And they'll be like this for a day or two, and then the tip will turn black. It's called blackheading. And that's when you know that the larva or the caterpillar is about to hatch. Yes, we might have named them once they hatched. I think this is Jeffrey. Jeffrey's over here. This belongs to my son Jack. And Jeffrey hatched a couple of days ago. Let's see if I can focus on that. There's the leaf. Let's find Jeffrey. Oh, there he is. Jeffrey's small. He's a few days old. And he's eating here. Eating. Focus again. There he is. Super cute. And he'll get bigger and bigger every day. And he'll need a fresh leaf every day. You can see the bottom of that leaf, what that white thing is, a wet paper towel. I try and keep the leaves fresh, and that makes them last a little bit longer. And here is a bigger caterpillar. Here he is. He's hiding under here. I try not to touch them with my fingers. I think they're healthier if they don't get touched by human hands. And what you're seeing drop from the leaf there is all their poop. It's very green, obviously, because all they eat is leaves. And they poop, they eat, and they poop, they eat, and they poop. They're like babies. And so every day I clean out this container, this Chinese food container. I put holes in the top so they can breathe. And they get bigger and bigger, and bigger and bigger. Here's another one. It's getting bigger. Here, you see that compared to my finger here. Getting big. And they kind of shed their skins in 4 stages. So you know how big they're getting by how often they shed their skins. Here's the last of the ones in the containers. I could probably keep them all together. I separate them from each other as eggs so the caterpillars don't inadvertently eat the eggs. But it's just a good way to kind of keep track of each of them. And then I bought this container off of Amazon. And this is where I put them when I sense they're going to start to turn from the larva or the caterpillar into the pupa or the chrysalis. And in here I have 2 monarch caterpillars. They're getting super big, as you can see. And they're getting big enough that I sense pretty soon they're gonna make their way up to form the pupa or the chrysalis. And I gave them a perch here in the hopes that they'll like this nifty little antler and form something here. My guess is they'll climb up the side of this and then make their chrysalis up here. But, you know, they have minds of their own. Over here, we've already had one that turned from the caterpillar larva into the pupa or the chrysalis on this plant here. What you see below that is actually when he did that, his head, that's the remainder of his head that kind of dropped off. He doesn't need that caterpillar head anymore because he's going to be a beautiful butterfly. And there he is. He's formed a chrysalis here. I want you to be able to see how beautiful this thing is. It's green and it's stunning. It has like gold dots on it, and it will be like this for a week or two, and then it will turn black, and then a beautiful monarch butterfly will emerge. We're so excited about that. So we've been super successful here with this project. I will caution you, after we did this, a dear friend of mine told me that these guys raised in captivity will not fly to Mexico like their counterparts. So I feel a little bad about that, but I thought it was a worthwhile experiment, something to do with our kids this summer, to learn all about it, to kind of save these guys from being mowed over in my neighbor's yard here. So they do a lot of farming, and this is something we've been doing this summer. So I hope you, when you go out with your kids this summer and you're walking around, if you come across some milkweed, take a minute and look under the leaves. Perhaps you'll find a caterpillar or a monarch butterfly egg. Enjoy the rest of your summer.